Howdy folks, Effing Controller here, back with more Uncharted Waters New Horizons, playing as Ali. We've arrived back in Istanbul, and actually, I said I was just going to head here. What I did, though, is I actually picked up our other full-rig ship that I was building in Antwerp, the USS Land Rover, and I went and bought more gold and moored it in Amsterdam. Although I didn't order a new full-rig ship. That's okay. Doesn't matter. We'll see what the Sultan has to say here. We have a new mission. Oh, awesome. Yes. That is wonderful. Very easily done. So actually, while we're there, if I feel footloose and fancy-free, I might drop off into Antwerp and build a new full-rig ship. Although, I don't know if that's such a smart idea. Because we're actually fairly low on money. And we've got to invest, so... Still reeling from that. I'm laughing like an idiot about it. It's a horrible turn of events for us. But I have to laugh because I was tempting fate the whole time. I knew it was going to happen, honestly. That's why you don't really want to walk around with that much money on your character, but there's nothing you can really do at a certain point, because there's nowhere you can store it other than, you know, buying fancy ships and filling them with gold and mooring them. You can deposit into the bank, but I think your limit is 100 ingots, so that's not really, if you get to that quantity, that's not that significant. It's not nothing, but it's, if you have 3,000 ingots, that's not that much. That said, it would be nice to have in case I do have a significant emergency where I get robbed again. He said, again, tempting fate. Go to the palace here, deliver the documents. What? But wait a minute, I've got to drop those off. Did I decline it? What happened? Oh dear, that's a problem. I don't know what we're gonna do about that. Try it again? Okay. Whatever, dude. It was all just a big misunderstanding, apparently. Let's get the fuck out of here. Doop, 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 doop. Hopefully that doesn't impact the integrity of the game. I feel like things like that happen sometimes. And again, I've played through a good chunk of Ali's scenario, and I played through it on stream. And the game became unwinnable because an event wouldn't trigger. And I couldn't figure out what was happening. It might have had a simple solution. I don't know, but... Oops. I might have just been missing a some kind of trigger that should have been obvious, but I don't know. But I feel like things like that will happen where I would expect the game to just not let me into the palace at all, or if I do have business at the palace, it would let me in, but without having that little confrontation there. But I don't know. Ali is just hated, and I don't know. I don't know if I blame people. He's going around dumping a bunch of money, popping some Dom Perignon, and you know we gotta be careful around. Oh boy, we gotta be careful around these fleets. As a character, he's fairly flat. I don't particularly care that much about him. He seems like a nice guy. I don't know. Trying to justify the game's mistreatment of Ali, and I don't feel like that's really warranted. Alright. Might be 4 o'clock, we'll see. Might have to deal with some cut scenery. 4:30, perfect. Or good enough, at least. I halfway thought that guard was going to be like, You're that vile pirate, Ali Vazas! So we are now the Marquis Vazas. Wonderful. That means we have one more rank, and in order to get there, we have to get to 40,000 trading fame. That's going to require a lot of investment, and frankly, we don't have that much money. So, we may actually have to do some trading. Some good old-fashioned trading. With that in mind, what is the date? Oh, this is actually not a good time. Because I was going to ask for a tax-free permit, but it'll have to be renewed in October. Damn. Okay, well, we won't. Well, wait. No, let's just get it, and then that'll be enough for a couple runs. What am I thinking? I think he'll grant it to me. April and October. I don't know if it's October 1st. We'll find out. So that 20% tax will be gone. That's nice, but I don't know. I can't remember exactly when it expires, if it's October 31st or October 1st. We'll find out. Now I should have another full rig ship being built, but it may not be ready yet. Oh, I was going to invest in Salonica, but I'm not going to bother. Because now we have a little bit of a time crunch. I think that this playthrough is revealing that I'm just not that good of a businessman. A little bit too disorganized. I have an elaborate pile-based filing system that doesn't seem to be helping me. And an addled mind. Ah, well. Maybe the real fortune that we built was the friends we made along the way. Yeah? And the sailors that stole our literal fortune away from us. Just something to consider. And so that was in Hamburg, and I don't know that it's actually going to be ready yet. The Fabergé. I think it's probably too soon. Good job, Al. He can be my bodyguard, and I could be his long-lost pal. He can call me Ali, and maybe I can call him Al. Hey, it's ready. So this one I built a little differently. I built it with 60 crew, and I don't know that that's actually correct. I think it actually will be fine, because what I've been doing is still having lookouts, and I don't need lookouts, strictly speaking, so... Oh, wait. Oh, I could have still bought stuff. Damn it. Aha, there's no tax for me. I'm in the wrong port, though. God bless it. You guys. I mean, come on. They all look basically the same around here. What do you want? Jeez. Steamed crabs. Just like they make in Utica. Look at that guy's fancy mustache. Wow, you Ali Vazas will buy me the cafe specialty? I'm delighted. What a dapper gent. Okay. So that number's in red. Number in red. He's slowing me down. There. Delightful. You do not need anybody assigned to be lookout. The only time that that's, I wouldn't say important, but useful, is if you're playing a explorer, because then you can find ports more easily. But that's ports and villages, I should say. But that's it. Oh wait, no, we don't want to do that. Heavens. Now I don't know. We'll find out when the tax-free permit expires, I guess. We are still going to brutally manipulate the trading system, so we need to buy silver, take it to Lubeck. And of course, if it is October 1st, we will not make it to Madeira in time. That's okay. So I'm kind of torn. I don't know if I want to really pump up the market here. I don't think I do. I should do some cocktail napkin math. Try to figure out what the most efficient thing to do is there, but again, not a real strong businessman, not real good at the whole due diligence and responsibility aspect of running a business. The actual, you know, work. But I would remind you that this is not work, this is play. Come play with me. And that full rigged ship sure is slow. I am okay with not having purchased another. I think that that's fine. What is the wind doing? It's just being an absolute bastard is what it's doing. I feel like I'm playing Valheim. That's the ticket. Although now the game is kind of locked up. That's fine. Don't know why that happens. I mean, the game is storing a lot of stuff in memory, so it might just need to kind of burp itself every now and then. I don't know. Nailed it. stay in the lodge. Get up at 4, which is around the time I get up in real life. If you can call it a life, getting up at 4. Let's sell some silver. Did I load up my ship entirely with silver? I did, and that's okay, actually. For reasons that we'll soon discover. You know, I'm going to off-screen this because I think you've seen this quite enough. I'll go ahead and rejoin once I've purchased the gold. I just wanted to note, as I'm buying the gold, that I do not have a valid tax-free permit anymore. So it's October 1st. That said, we're buying gold for an absolute pittance. It does not matter. In fact, I might buy a little bit more. Nah, it's fine. That's fine. Okay, so where am I taking this? I think I'm going to take it... I'm going to do an actual trade with this. Take it up to Lubeck and sell it. Maybe buy some more silver, depress the price of gold down here again a little bit. Should I go to Istanbul to get the trade or the tax-free permit? I think I will. I'll do that. Go up to Lubeck and then sell the gold. I guess I could sell the gold in Istanbul. Might do that. Get the trade tax-free permit. Go back to Lubeck, buy silver, do another purchase of gold, and then probably more the ship. I feel like I'm just gonna explain it and not show it all to you guys because you've seen this enough. I think I've made my point, or the game has made its point, or whatever. So you'll see me here in a little bit after I've done all that. Alright, so I'm actually back at the palace, and the reason I'm here is because I wanted to figure out what ports I can invest in. So I think that there's a total of 130 ports in the game, and I think 30 or so of those are supply ports, and then 6 are going to be the capitals, which you can't invest in because they can't change their alignment. And so right now we're allied with 61, one of which is Istanbul. So there's actually a good number of ports left to invest in. And there are some glaring omissions at this time. If I look at Europe, well, I don't know if Europe is where I want to look. I think I want to look at Middle East, maybe? I guess what I'm trying to say here. Let's maybe look at... Maybe it is in Europe. The trade regions are slightly different from the navigational regions. Slip of the tongue there. But, for instance, I think Alexandria is not allied with us anymore. So the other nations are still kind of fighting back, even though we do still have quite a bit of wealth. But there's several ports that I can invest in to get our fame increased. And I'm going to do that right now. I did buy a bunch of gold and all that stuff. That's all well and good, but we have a little ways to go yet. So we're going to do a little bit of a trip, starting with our very favorite port of Azov. Now, we have 560 ingots. That's plenty. We're only going to be stopping at about 10 ports, I think. And based on the value of these ports, their economy and industry values from the start of the game, I think we'll get at least 6,700 fame. And I think I'm at 32,300. No, 32,400. So that won't quite get us there, but I imagine that the values of these ports have changed. One thing I noticed is that for some reason Algiers has been maxed out. I can't remember if I'm the one that's responsible for that, but it's just barely an Ottoman port for now. Kaffa is actually a port that I need to stop at. It's allied with Holland. Let's see if we get robbed. Trade office. All right. So we're going to run through this entire circuit. I don't know if I want to show the entire thing, but I do want to explain what I'm doing, of course. I'm not going to invest any further. And that's actually going to be... That's actually quite a bit more than I was anticipating out of this port. I think Azov is not... Or not Azov. Kaffa is not really that exciting of a port, usually. It's not that robust economically. So that's more points than I was anticipating. Let's see what happens when we go to Azov. Which we haven't discovered yet. Why would you? What's the point? Our good friends, the Portuguese, have invested here in Azov. I'm a little hesitant. Oh boy. God. Let's see where that gets us. Yeah, Azov is not super well off. Is it allied? It is. So that didn't boost us that much either. Well, Azov, or I can't remember which port we were in. Kaffa? Not Jaffa. Jaffa is in the Mediterranean. God. In fact, that's our next stop. Or is it? No, it's not. Candia is our next stop. That's the little port on the island of Crete. Which, again, we never really stop in Candia. Did we have it as a part of our route? I did have it as a part of some of my early routes, at least. But I don't know that I stopped there during my actual trade challenge. Did not get robbed. All right. Oh, before I do that, let me actually see what the... It's not that great, but it's points. And it's all fairly convenient. So, I'm going to stop next in Jaffa, not Kaffa. Alexandria, which somehow isn't ours. Venice, which I invested in recently and has been taken back by somebody. I don't know who. Barcelona, that's going to be a lot of points. Marseille is going to be a good number of points. Ceuta, not really that many points, but it's on the way to our next stop of Riga, which is kind of close. I don't know. Did I invest? I didn't invest. I just introduced the other ports. Oh, wait. Yeah, I did invest. Who knows what's happening? Certainly not me. Okay, I'm going to do all that investing, and I'll let you know where we stand. Okay, I'm in the port of Barcelona, and I just invested here, and I brought my trading fame to 40,700 and some. And I'm now getting an event. And this harbor master saying, hey, aren't you Ali Vazas of the Ottoman Empire? That's right. But you sail around to ports all over the world, use your money, and make alliances, right? That's right. In the name of the Ottoman Empire to increase its influence. Thanks to you, there are thousands of people in tears right now. You're committing a crime. Huh? What are you talking about? At every allied port of Ottoman, okay, all of the working men are being drafted for the glory of the Ottoman Empire. Are you sure of this? Yes. It's not confined to just allied ports, other countries are all suffering under the yoke of the Ottoman Empire. If you think I'm lying, just go to an allied port and talk to people in the cafe. They'll tell you how it is. Well, it's too early to go to the cafe. Oh, no it's not. Let's go to the cafe. Welcome, Master Ali Vazas. I've only just heard, but is it true that The Ottoman Empire is planning for war. They're really increasing their army. Don't tell anyone I told you, but there's a lot of places that are experiencing tough times because all the men are being drafted. Really? Are you sure about this? But there's more. In order to pay for the war effort, some families have had their entire life savings confiscated. I wonder when it all will stop. Will all stop. I just don't know. Seems as though our actions are causing some suffering. Did you know that Sultan II is looking for you? Well, we're not that far from home, so that's a quick trip. But I think I will probably leave that for the next episode. It's not going to take me real long to get there or anything like that, but we have indeed reached 40,000 fame. I think he's going to be interested in promoting us to a duke. Let's actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and see what he wants us to do. We'll depart from there. But yes, the mechanic of investing as a means of conquest is sort of clumsy, but I mean, it's a lot to ask to have this game have some kind of, you know, land combat siege mechanic. I don't know what you'd, what exactly you'd expect it to have. I mean, a game like Pirates, for instance, had it, but this game actually does a little bit more than Pirates, so I don't know. It's, it wouldn't have been impossible, but I'm glad the game is the way it is. I don't really feel that bad about it. Okay, let's see what the Sultan wants us to do. Welcome, Marquis Vazas. Please proceed into the Royal Hall. Hello there, Ali. I've heard quite a bit about you lately. You look like someone I can count on. I'd like you to do a task for me. 250 lots of pepper. I can do that. That's not that... Well, it's actually kind of tough because I have to go to India. So that definitely will have to wait until the next episode. Probably I will meet up with you guys again in Goa or somewhere like that after we've gotten some pepper. And we'll pick things up from there. I'll see you then.